Okay, this next song that I wrote it on what some people call Easter Sunday, and my wife and I call it Resurrection Day. I wrote it on Resurrection Day, 4/16/2017. And I entitled this song, The Cloth. And it has to do with John chapter 20, verse 7. And it's the cloth that covered Jesus' face when he died, in his death wardrobe. And it's funny because when finally the disciples were brave enough to go inside the tomb, the funeral clothes were thrown aside, but the cloth that covered Jesus' face was rolled up and neatly set aside. So that's a sign. And the sign of that is, it's an old Jewish custom back in Jesus' day that the servants wouldn't clear the table until their master wadded up the napkin and threw it down. They knew they could then clear the table if the master neatly folded the napkin and laid it down. Then the servants knew that he was coming back to finish his meal, to finish. But if he just threw it down, wadded it up and threw it down, that means he was done, and they could clear the table. And when Kathy had brought this up to me and showed this all to me, and I thought, nobody's ever wrote a song about that. And so it took me a while to write, but hopefully everybody will get the picture on this cloth. Was the napkin wadded and thrown aside, the cloth that covered our Lord's face when he died? He had suffered enough, then he thought he was done. Wadded up cloth would have meant that evil had won, but the cloth was neatly folded and the stone was off its track. The message was clear, he's coming back. The servant's out of sight while the master dines. The napkin is the key, the napkin is the sign. If the master leaves the table and the napkin's thrown aside, the servant clears the table. There's no more need to hide. But the cloth was neatly folded and the stone was off its track. The message was clear, he's coming back, he's coming back. The time is near. The napkin was a sign, message was clear, he's coming back, he's coming back. The cloth was neatly folded, the stone was off its track, he's coming back.